see.
Merrill Lynch reminds you your IRA is probably now a sizable investment.
Oh, with this year's $2,000, Steve, it's worth over $9,000.
And no one has more ways to invest your IRA
Well, zero coupons are good.
than Merrill Lynch.
Oh, utilities, CDs.
Call the people who help you manage your IRA as an investment instead of a deposit.
Great, let's do it.
Merrill Lynch people, a breed apart.
At some places that sell computer equipment is all you get. But Entree Computer Centers give you something extra. People who are with you every step of the way. Entree consultants and software experts who make sure you get what's best for your business. Entree instructors, installers, technicians. At Entree, you get more than leading brands of equipment and software. You get people who help you get the most out of it for as long as you own it. At Entree Computer Centers, we're with you every step of the way.
Some people enjoy Cadillac for its tradition of full-size luxury. For this traditional customer, Cadillac offers the full-size Brougham. But others prefer a leaner Cadillac, just as luxurious, but 2 feet shorter, with performance from the V8 power. So Cadillac developed the 1985 DeVille. Cadillac Brougham or DeVille. We leave the choice up to you, because some people are surprisingly untraditional.
Burger King would like you to take the quarter-pound quiz. Ready? Who has the quarter-pound double burger topped with hot melted Swiss and the tender sliced mushrooms you crave? The quarter-pound double cheeseburger smothered in pizza sauce and the melted mozzarella you long for? And the double cheeseburger with taco sauce and jalapeno cheese, all for a limited time only. Excellent. Aren't you hungry for Burger King now?
Hello. Did you know that a vertebrae out of place in your neck can cause you to be dizzy? The nerves from your neck going into your head can cause you to be dizzy. Did you know that by adjusting the vertebrae and putting it back in place, a chiropractor can help this condition for you?
That's correct. Come to the Lister Chiropractic Clinic. We're located on Bertrand Drive in Lafayette.
Joining us now live in our Atlanta bureau, Dr. Elizabeth Connell, professor of gynecology and obstetrics at Emory University School of Medicine and director of Emory's Family Planning Program. List the various birth control methods and devices in order of safety, if you would, doctor.
Well, I think you'd have to say abstinence is very safe. It's not really desired by too many people, but that is a form of birth control. After that, you would move to the barrier methods, female methods, diaphragm, jellies, foams, and so forth, and for the men, of course, the condoms. Then, in terms of developing an illness from the use of a contraceptive, I think you'd have to talk about the IUDs, although it's a very small number, and in terms of actual mortality, you'd have to talk about the most effective method, and that's the pill. But I hasten to point out that these are very minor side effects in terms of numbers in all of these cases.
The one method that you haven't referred to is the one that we cited as being the most used right now, I guess with the exception of abstinence, and that is sterilization. Has it been long enough now that sterilization has been commonly in use in this country that you've been able to reach any conclusions about its safety?
Yes, I don't think there's any question. We usually talk about contraception as reversible methods. You are absolutely correct. Sterilization, at least 5 or 6 years ago, moved ahead of the pill, which was the most used method, not only in this country, but all over the world. And I think we have immense amounts of data at the present time showing that this is a very, very highly effective technique. It is not considered reversible at the present time. There are a few failures, but very, very few. And I think we have a lot of data showing that it's extremely safe in both men and women.
Now, I must say I'm surprised to hear you say that it is not reversible, because I had spoken to a number of doctors years ago who told me that indeed it was. Not 100% reversible, but that the percentages now were fairly high.
Well, I think if you're counseling an individual patient, you cannot say to a woman, I will do a tubal ligation and I guarantee that it can be reversed. You cannot do this on a one-to-one basis. Certainly a number of tubal ligations and a number of vasectomies, although the success is not quite as high here, can be turned around, but you can never say to an individual, have it done today and I can reverse it next week. It's not that predictable yet.
All right, let me inject something into this conversation that we haven't spoken about yet at all this evening, and that is the level of education. It would seem to me that there are certain forms of birth control which are more advisable the lower the level of education, the lower the level of literacy. You want to rank them in that order, given that factor?
I think so. You know, there are a lot of people who feel that women and men are really at risk for certain methods if they're not well educated. I had the privilege of starting some of the earliest family planning clinics in New York City. I've done a lot of work internationally, and I am utterly convinced that techniques can be well used by completely illiterate women, provided they have good teaching, and there are many, many examples of this in family planning all over the world. You can do a lot with cartoons, you can do a lot with talking to people, and the aspirations of less educated people are about the same as educated, and their capability, given proper instruction, is very, very good.
And what about age? Is there an age, for example, in childbearing years, at which a woman should start being careful, for example, about sterilization?
Well, I think the factor of age is important in that up to the age of 35, any method is safer for her, including sterilization, than having a full-term pregnancy and a delivery. Now, after the age of 35, particularly if the woman is a smoker, a heavy smoker, then it gradually becomes more dangerous for her to take the pill than to go ahead and have a pregnancy, but she still is far safer with any other technique than having a pregnancy.
All right, Dr. Connell, thank you so much for coming in.
You're entirely welcome.
I'll be back in a moment.
The Honda Prelude. Some people like to drive it wide open.
Watch carefully. It's the new Canon MC, the mini compact made by Canon. MC, mighty convenient. MC, magnificently clear autofocus shots. MC, marvelously carefree from auto load to auto flash. The new MC, the mini compact made by Canon.
Look who's talking about the new look of Naturalizer.
I thought I was too young for Naturalizer, but not these.
Would you believe this is a Naturalizer? I didn't either.
I didn't go over to Naturalizer. They came over to me.
Can a woman look sexy in Naturalizer? You tell me.
The new look of Naturalizer fits the way you live.
MasterCard, fill my flat.
MasterCard International. So worldly, so welcome.
Your taste is impeccable.
MasterCard.
Home is where the card is.
International.
I'm Steve Bell.
And I'm Kathleen Sullivan. For what you need to know as you begin your day.
Wake up to ABC's World News this morning before Good Morning America.
I'm David Hartman. Tomorrow morning, Senator Jake Garn and the Space Shuttle schedule launch. We'll cover the liftoff. Also, former Presidents Carter and Ford join us together on Good Morning America.
Tomorrow on World News Tonight with Peter Jennings, remembering Franklin D. Roosevelt on the 40th anniversary of his death. We'll have a report from ABC's Robert Trout, who introduced FDR's famous fireside chats. That's our report for tonight. I'm Ted Koppel in Washington. For all of us here at ABC News, good night.
This has been ABC News Nightline. For a transcript transcript of tonight's broadcast, send $2 to Journal Graphics, Box 234, Ansonia Station, New York, New York, 10023. Nightline is a presentation of ABC News.